good for you anyway.
Oh.
Just what contact have you had with the Egyptian FA? And is it definite that Mo won't be called up for international duty next one? If so, how beneficial would that be?
No, no contact yet, and Mo didn't say anything so far, so we'll see.
Would be beneficial though. We'll check on team news then.
Yeah.
Obviously, Joe Gomez had a setback in his recovery and had surgery. Just wonder if you got a time frame on him. On Alden, Henderson, Lovren, will they be fit for the weekend? This Trent Alexander-Arnold fit to return as well?
It was all pretty quick. So Joe's surgery, yes, worked pretty well, and yeah, time frame is always difficult, but it's was it 4 to 6 weeks to return to play? So hopefully that's the case. We work on that. What Trent trained yesterday first time. Didn't mention any issues, so any problems. So after 3.5 weeks, first for first session. So we need to see what we do with that. And what were the other?
Jordan Henderson.
Trained yesterday as well. First time. It's not that long a break, but it was a muscle issue what he had, obviously. So we need to have another look today. Genie, trained yesterday, completely normal. No, it's that's how it is, and yeah. But I can't. I don't know in the moment, so we have to see.
I love him.
No, Dan is not available. No. No, we work obviously on the Bayern game, you can imagine, but we don't know exactly.
Obviously, I've got to bring it up, another turn in the title race this week. What message do you give to your players when obviously the position at the top has changed, but the results have not been disastrous for you? Obviously, though, that gap has diminished now and gone, and City have overhauled you at the top, albeit they played that game well.
Oh, it's obviously that's getting exciting now. So it was never a doubt that it will happen. So that's was always clear. I don't think that anybody thought that we will be top of the league with 12 points between us and another team and 3 games to go or something like that, or would be the end of April or something like that. That was always clear that it will be tight until the end. The good news are still that we are in that, but of course we have to, for the only chance to improve our position, even when it's a good position, is by winning football games, and that's why we have another chance on Saturday when it's or tomorrow. Even when it's a very tough game again against a really good side, but that's the plan actually.
Simon? And appreciate, as you've said there, illness and injury have disrupted you over the last few weeks or so. So how important might these 10 days after Bournemouth up until what will you do?
To be honest, the last year it's good. Of course, it's good, better than we played 2 days later again. That's how it is. But if we should have, we could have played in the Champions League. I don't know exactly how the decision was made. Maybe it was because of the groups or whatever that we played the week after in the Champions League. But it would have been possible that we play on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, and so that's absolutely that would have been okay as well. But the last break helped us in some parts, but not enough to bring the players back. And after the end of the break, then Verge got ill out of the blue. So I think we try everything to avoid these things. I think I shake the last hand kind of a couple of weeks ago. So because we clean hands constantly, but it happens still. It happens still, and so we need. That's the situation. But we have to deal with it. That's no problem. I said we were not overly happy with the performance at West Ham, but it still was a point. So we were not overly excited or whatever with the performance against Leicester, but it was a point on a difficult pitch. That's all the truth. And for us, difficult situation. And we always expect that we do better. That's how it is. And now we have the next chance to do better. That's exactly how we see it. And I know that we will be ready to, with each fiber of our bodies, so really to fight for everything. And after the season, we could look back, and the only thing I want to say after the season is really we gave our everything. That's how it is. That was always like this, and it's like this now. In this moment, maybe I have to say it because a couple of people forgot that. But that you cannot do more. And the boys did so far outstandingly well, because you cannot have 62 points without doing really good at that moment in the season. And so we have the chance to bring in a few more points, to get a few more points, and we will fight for that.
Juliet?
I'm trying to think of something nice, but just following on from that, when you talk about the position that you're in, and the season that you're having so far, and everything is going well, does it not anger you, but are you confused then by this perception that you're in a bad position right now because of where you were last week or where you were around Christmas time?
If I'm what? If I'm...
Well, because there's the reaction to the 2 draws.
I don't know. The funny thing is about that, okay, the funny thing about that, I didn't read it, I didn't watch it, and I still know it. That's cool, because obviously that's like with all questions I get asked and stuff like that, and messages you get even from friends, you feel it. Okay, something obviously changed in their view. That's how it is, and that's the truth. But it was always clear it will happen. So it's not important when it will happen, or that it can happen. Not that it will happen. It can happen, and it's all that's completely normal. So it was kind of predictable. And if you want to be top of the table and a champion at the end of the season, you have to show in situations like that. And there are worse situations in my life and your life and everybody's life probably than that. But you have to show real passion, real desire. You have to fight. That's what you have to do. You cannot come through with passing a little bit around and stuff like that. You have to go through, and I got a message this week, and that's another sign that's something obviously that people think I need help, and I don't need help. Thank you very much, but I'm fine. But it's like that in the last 10 games, City dropped 12 points and we dropped 7. So, and I didn't know that because I don't think like that. But it's not. Is it interesting for me? No, it's not really interesting. But obviously, the view from outside is completely different. So there was something about the top 6 teams. The City lost 3. We drew twice. So, but it feels different because that's the world outside, and we live in that world as well. So I know that the people are confronted with these things. The players are confronted with things like that. That's completely normal. The only thing, and it's always the only tool we really have to sort our situation, is football, and is passion, and is a proper fight, being aggressive in the most legal way. So like really be hard, put your foot in this and these situations, and that's what we will do. And that's what we did last year in a pretty similar situation, just not with the same target exactly, but it was like that Chelsea was chasing out like crazy. We wanted to go to the Champions League. It was a similar situation. We had a very small squad in that moment and had to play Champions League quarterfinals, semifinals, and all that stuff, and winning pretty much each Premier League game, which is a difficult job to do. But we are used to that, and now we have to show that we can do it still. That's all.
David? Yeah, some pretty encouraging financial results came out of the club today. Just thinking from your perspective, do you really feel like now that you're at a club where it's set up for success now, maybe more even than when you first joined?
I'm not a massive numbers guy, so but Mike Gordon is in, and he didn't jump on me this morning and said the numbers are outstanding. Come on, let's spend all the money. So I know about what it's. We didn't only earn a lot. We spent a little bit in the last couple of years. That's how it is, and everything is fine. And we were really. It was always clear that we have to change things for the better. So that's what we did with different things. Like we built a really strong squad. Unfortunately, we have not available in the moment, but we built a pretty strong squad. So that's it, and that's a squad built for the future, not only for this season. And so I'm fine. I hope we don't need too much money in the next years, to be honest, too, because it's if you have the right players in, work with them, and make the best of it.
Bournemouth obviously haven't been that good on their travels this season away from home, but they have beaten Chelsea recently, and now Dominic Solanke's obviously been quite a big challenge.
Yeah, it's always a bit strange and scary if you play against a former player. So it's like if he's only Dom was in 4 weeks ago or so. So was here and we saw him every day, and wonderful guy, and big talent. But we couldn't give him enough match time. So for his development, it's unbelievably important that he get these minutes. Now he had his first start, I think, last week. So yeah, that's good. And the other thing, we are always warned. We know what other teams are doing, and if a team has not a good away record, for example, we don't think it will be an easy game or whatever. Everybody works on change bad runs or something like that. And Bournemouth is a really interesting side in general. Together with Eddie Howe is doing a really, I say it pretty much in each press conference, but it's the truth. It's doing an outstanding job. If they have their bad moments in a season or periods in a season, they always come back again with this little tiny stadium there, and that obviously is not an advantage in a competitive league like the Premier League. They're doing outstandingly well, and on one hand side they're always a threat for counter-attacks. Really, they play football, and on the other hand side they are. They use the time they have with not playing international football always for set pieces. They're always creative in that, and the preparation for Bournemouth is always a difficult one. Yeah. So, but we still try to do it, and in this moment I think we are ready for it. So it will be an interesting game.